Hello everyone and welcome to Mathuto with Math Retest. I am Jomer Chavez and in this video we're going to discuss subtracting rational algebraic expressions. But first, let's have a recall. How do we subtract fractions? There are two ways to subtract fractions. The first one is to subtract fractions with like denominators, and then the second one is to subtract fractions with unlike denominators. Let's have this example. 5 over 13 minus 2 over 13. As you can see, the denominators of the fractions are the same. So we will copy the 13. And then we will simplify the numerator by subtracting. So 5 minus 2, we will get a 3. So the final answer here is 3 over 13. So that's how you subtract fractions with like denominators. How about if we have unlike denominators? Let's have this example. 2 over 3 minus 2 over 6. The first thing we're going to do is to find the least common denominator, or LCD. By doing that, we will get the prime factors of 3 and 6. So the prime factor of 3 is simply 3, and then the prime factor of 6 is 2 and 3. So both of this has a common factor which is 3. So we will multiply it by 2, which is the prime factor of 6. So 2 times 3, we will have a 6. So the LCD of this is 6. Okay? So after that, the next step is we will divide the LCD to the denominator and then we'll multiply to the numerator. For example, 6 divided by 3, we will have 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Same process on the right side. 6 divided by 6 is 1 times 2 is 2. That's why we have 4 minus 2. After that, we will simplify the numerator. 4 minus 2, we will have 2 over 6, or simply 1/3. So that's how you subtract fractions with like denominators. Why do we need to recall on subtracting fractions with like and like denominators? It's because we will apply the same process here in subtracting rational algebraic expressions. Okay? So how do we subtract rational algebraic expressions with like denominators? When subtracting similar rational algebraic expressions, if the denominators of two rational expressions are the same, we can subtract the numerators and then simplify when possible. In symbol, a over b plus or minus c over d is equal to a plus or minus c over b, where b is not equal to 0. Let's have an example. Example number 1. X minus 6 over x minus 1 minus 3 over x minus 1. The first thing we're going to do is to copy the common denominator, x minus 1. After that, we will subtract the numerators. We will copy x minus 6 minus 3, and then simplify the numerator. So, copy the x, and negative 6 minus 3 is equal to negative 9. So this is our final answer, x minus 9 over x minus 1. So that's how you find or subtract rational expressions with like denominators. Let's have another example. In example number 2, we have x squared plus 5x minus 20 over 3x squared plus x minus 2 minus negative 10 minus 6x minus 5x squared over 3x squared plus x minus 2. So the first thing we're going to do is to copy the common denominator 3x squared plus x minus 2 and then subtract the numerator. So we have x squared plus 5x minus 20 minus negative 10 minus 6x minus 5x squared. After that is we will distribute the negative sign inside the parentheses. So let's copy first the x squared plus 5x minus 20. So negative times negative 10 is equal to positive 10 because negative times negative is positive. Okay, the next one is negative times negative 6x is equal to positive 6x. And then the last one, negative times negative 5x squared is equal to positive 5x squared. Okay, after that, we will combine like terms. So what are the like terms here? X squared and 5x squared are like terms. So if we combine this, we have 6x squared. Same with 5x plus 6x. If we combine, it results to positive 11x. And then the last one, negative 20 plus 10 is equal to negative 10. After that is we will factor out the numerator and then the denominator. Okay? So the factors of 6x squared plus 11x minus 10 is the quantity of 3x minus 2 times the quantity of 2x plus 5. And then the factor of 3x squared plus x minus 2 is the quantity of 3x minus 2 times the quantity of x plus 1. In here, we can cancel out the 3x minus 2. So the remaining is 2x plus 5 over x plus 1. So this is our final answer. Okay, so that is the process on subtracting rational expressions with like denominators. How about if you encounter a rational expression with unlike denominators? So, when the denominators of the two rational expression is unlike, we need to find the least common denominators or LCD before we subtract the rational expression. By doing that, here are the steps that you need to follow. The first step is to find the LCD. By finding the LCD, we will be getting the prime factors of each denominator. After that, in step 2, we will write the equivalent expressions of each rational expression using the LCD. And then the last step is to subtract the numerators and simplify when possible. So please remember these steps because this will be your guide in subtracting rational expressions with unlike denominators. In example number 3, 5x over x squared minus 25 minus 4 over x minus 5. So the first thing we're going to do is to get the LCD since the denominator of each rational expression is dissimilar. Okay, so by finding the LCD, we will factor out the denominators completely. So the factors of x squared minus 25 is x plus 5 times the quantity of x minus 5. And then the factors of x minus 5 is simply x minus 5. And then copy 5x and 4. Okay, so the LCD is x plus 5 times the quantity of x minus 5. Since they have the common factor which is x minus 5, we will just copy the x plus 5. So that is the LCD. After that, in step 2, we will write the equivalent expressions of each rational expression. By doing that, we will divide the LCD to the denominator of the rational expression. And then after getting the quotient, we will multiply it to the numerator. For example, x plus 5 times the quantity of x minus 5 divided by x plus 5 times the quantity of x minus 5 is equal to 1, and then multiply it to the numerator 5x, which we will have 5x. Okay, same process to the right side. So 5x plus 5 times the quantity of x minus 5 divided by x minus 5 is equal to x plus 5, and then times 4, we will have 4 times the quantity of 4x plus 5. Okay, that is the step 2. Step 3 is we will simplify. So we, we will copy the 5x, and then we will distribute the negative 4 inside the parentheses. Like for example, negative 4 times x is equal to negative 4x. And then negative 4 times 5 is equal to negative 20. Okay, after that, we will combine 5x and 4x. So 5x minus 4x is equal to x. And we will just copy the negative 20. So this is our final answer. X minus 20 over x plus 5 times the quantity of x minus 5. Let's have another example. Example number 4, 4 over y minus 2 over y plus 2. Again, the first thing you're going to do is to find the LCD. So the LCD here is y times the quantity of y plus 2. And then after that, write the equivalent expressions of each rational expression. Same process again what we did in example number 3. We will just divide and multiply. By doing that, we have y times the quantity of y plus 2 divided by y is equal to y plus 2. And then multiply it by 4, we will have 4 times the quantity of y plus 2. Okay, next, same process again. So y times the quantity of y plus 2 divided by y plus 2 is equal to y. And then multiply it by 2, which is equal to 2y. So that's it. After that, we will apply distributive property here. So 4 times y is equal to 4y, and then 4 times 2 is equal to 8. And then copy negative 2y. Now it's your time to test your knowledge. Try these items. After answering, you can share your answer in the comment box below. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something.